I wanted to watch a video together, a video of Hatsumi sensei a decade or two ago. He was talking about the importance of taking what his teacher Takamatsu Toshitsugu gave to him and not altering it. It was an admonition for students that what the teacher shows is enough. It has lasted many, many, many centuries, and that's all you really need. And he's warning the students not to look elsewhere too much, or it's a false path. Let's watch it together, and I have a little bit of commentary because this has a lot to do with what I talked about with one of my teachers, Mr. Hayes, about this principle of shuhari. So I'm going to play Hatsumi sensei.
俺自身くだらないの分かってるから高松先生の言った気持ちで皆さんもねよく俺の言わんとしてることをキャッチしてね自分のものを教えたらね失敗する俺高松先生のものを今でも教えてる、ね、自分のものってのはくだらない、ね、はっきり言っていいですよね俺はだから自分のものを教えない俺自身くだらないの分かってるから高松先生の言ったポイント大事なところそれを一つ一つ大事にしてる
Even again, Hatsumi Sensei never tried to express what he wants or kind of things of him. He just wants to express and show us what Takamatsu Sensei give him. Only that, the points and the main point. So if, for example, you want to express what you feel or kind of development, personal development, something like that, that's not good. That's kudaranai, means kudaranai?
Worthless.
Worthless, you don't need. So you have to practice according to the very, very pure way and try to do the things that Sensei do, not what you think he is.
So that's a good point he's talking about. When you add your own ego to things, they get cloudy and your ego will take over and you'll end up just being someone who is a martial art clown and you like to show things off rather than stick to the teachings. And that's very common for new people especially. They think, I got it. How can I make it my own? How can I improve it? How can I add from my karate background, my kung fu background, my Hapkido background? I want to make it my own now. Let's change this up because that's no good anymore. And it kind of disrespects the teachings of the teacher. The teacher expects you to keep going until you see the deeper, the ura, he mentioned, the urashin, the deeper heart, the deeper lesson that's involved in these katas. Keep your ego out of it until a certain time.
これ世界に言ってることだからこうやって俺取れてたんで大体大事になって取っといてメモしてる俺が死んだ後でもこれがずっと残っていくようにしてる
So the things that are said here are very important for people around the world and people who came here, everyone here, what you heard, it's very important to try to repeat all around the world. That's why Sensei wants to take a kind of souvenir of this because when after he dies, you will always have kind of this word reminds you on your heart.
だから高松先生は一人でもいいと知ってくれる人もいいで分かんないけどな知るつもりでだから先生のことだけ知ろうとしないで先生の大事だと思ったことだけ他忘れててもいいや伝えていけばいいと思う人
Takamatsu Sensei used to say only one is enough, only one is enough, I need only one. At that time I cannot understand Sensei said, but step by step I come to treasure everything that Sensei give me and do only that, feel only that. I don't concentrate what there is around because I have did this before. So now I do only what Takamatsu Sensei said to me.
I think what he's talking about there is Hatsumi sensei had many other martial art backgrounds that he attained black belts in other martial arts. And he was saying that he was very confused when Takamatsu was showing him this new way of Budo taijutsu. And it was confusing Hatsumi, and Takamatsu said, leave all that behind. This is all you need. I think that's what he means. I'm not 100% positive. It's hard with the translation because there's multiple translations going on, English, Spanish, I think. So it's kind of hard. But I think he means I just trusted my teacher. I trusted Takamatsu. He was a different type of martial artist, and I wanted to do what he said. And Takamatsu said, let all that stuff go. Let all that stuff go, you'll be confused.
だから知ってから人間ってのは悪くなるんだよ知ってから悪くなる酒飲んでな酒を知って女を知って悪くなるんだよ博打を知ってなみんなの人間ってのはね知ってからで悪くなるんだよだから知らない方がいいんだよな覚えない方がいいんだよ
It's important to don't know. It's important to forget, because there is many things that you know but you do it. Some bad things, for example.
武道もそうなんだ。
And martial art, of course, same.
だから俺知ろうとしない。知ってくれって教えるけどもね、俺分かんない。高松先生の分かんないことを言ってくる空間だよね。
So again, don't think to try. Don't think to try to know. Don't want to know. It's better to don't know. And even Takamatsu Sensei just express. Hatsumi Sensei expressed the thing that he never understand from Takamatsu Sensei.
And here's a little note. Hatsumi Sensei repeats the universal truth of the transmission of a ryuha school. Follow the master, not yourself. That's true. This is what the shuhari means. If I look up the exact definition, shu means to protect or to obey what is transmitted to you. Traditional wisdom, learning the fundamental techniques, proverbs, things like that. Ha, after a certain period of time, we're talking decades. Ha is when you detach, you digress, you break the tradition. Not in a bad way, but you detach from the illusions of self, breaking with tradition, finding exceptions to wisdom, finding new approaches. In some Japanese music, such as gagaku or no, it's the middle of the song. And ri is the leaving of the style, meaning to separate. The transcendence. There are no techniques or proverbs. All moves are natural, becoming one with spirit alone without clinging to form. This is the void, transcending the physical. There is no traditional technique or wisdom. All movements are allowed. This is the ri stage. Hatsumi says that Takamatsu possessed that. Hatsumi was getting to that point, which he calls the 0 point. And this is something that as Westerners we want to get to immediately. We want to become the Yoda and skip the Padawan part. You can't. You have to do this for 30, 40, 50 years before these. They're not secrets. It's just that you become so good at your craft that you become a 0 point, and then any movement is possible off of what was taught to you by your teachers. You become the master. And I don't mean that literally. I just mean that it's a progress. You start, you train, you don't quit. People walk away, people leave, people disappear, people die, people get sick, people backstab you, and you're the only one left. And therefore, at some point, you're the oldest in the room, and you become the master. Then you die, and then the shuhari continues. Hopefully, you have a student or two to pass down your tradition, which Hatsumi was fortunate enough to attain the Takamatsu Den, the scrolls from Takamatsu. Hatsumi passed it on to many of us, and very few are still around that have full-time schools or do it. But the shuhari, people want to get to the ha and the ri stage. They forget the shu is the most important, because without shu, how can you break away or create your own if you are already trying to do that with your ego up front? So the shuhari is a deep principle that Hatsumi just put brilliantly here. Stick with what your teacher is telling you. Don't backstab your teacher. Don't try to make it your own until you really damn well know these katas inside and out and all the history and the kanji behind them. Then at some point, you can break from your teacher respectfully, start your own dojo, your own training group, and then do things your own way in order to create the next part of the stage. It's just a circle of life. I love the etymology behind all of this. So that's Hatsumi talking about respecting Takamatsu in this shuhari principle. That's how I perceive it. That's how I perceive it. All right? Thanks for watching, everybody. Another lesson. There's so much wonderful depth to this stuff. It's incredible how much knowledge there is to just suck up in this stuff. Have a great day. Thanks. Bye-bye.